I obviously talk about cryptocurrency, real estate, and economic analysis on this channel. However, people are really interested in knowing who I watch on YouTube, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. So here in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 crypto tubers, if you like, that I follow on a daily basis on YouTube. Keep watching. Hey guys, my name is Ravi Sharma and welcome back to Personal Finance with Ravi Sharma. On this channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, real estate, and financial independence. If these are topics that you want to learn about and want to engage in, then definitely smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you know when this time-sensitive information is dropped next. Now, if you enjoy the content, definitely watch all the way through. In this video, I'm going to share with you my 5 top YouTubers that I follow on a daily basis when it comes to cryptocurrency research and staying in the loop, really. And I will also share with you a bonus channel that I definitely do follow, and I'll share with you why I follow them, but in no particular order. These are my top 5. I would follow these guys on a daily basis. So as part of my research that I do every day for about 2 to 3 hours a day, it does involve watching some of these videos, looking at charts, and as well as looking at some of the news articles that these guys talk about in a bit more detail. So let's jump in. So for me, when I'm engaging in cryptocurrency content, you can see it across TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Everyone's on about how everything's going to the moon and it's going to be amazing and there's so much FOMO and you're going to miss out because if you don't buy this coin, it's going to be like detrimental. I don't like that sort of content. I like the ones that are more balanced, and that's why my content is like that. It's not clickbaity. It's just providing you the best value so that when you are actually making your own decisions, of course, none of it's financial advice on this channel, but you start implementing some of the learnings from this channel and what I'm going to share with you, then you're able to actually go out and do it yourself. Now, when I get across onto content that I see, with clickbaity thumbnails and things like that, for me, that doesn't really appeal. It's a very short-term metric, and I feel I prefer the more down-to-earth, monotoned sort of content when it comes to cryptocurrency. I want to learn, and I'm not here for the outrageous price predictions and hashtag FOMO, none of that business, especially when you see these 5 YouTubers I follow. So number 1 is Altcoin Daily. These guys bring out daily videos with more news updates around the grounds with the odd interview with cryptocurrency specialists in the space. Now, these guys are really someone that I look at. There's 2 brothers, they're twins. And what I like about this channel is really how they come across really genuine, humble, but they've also been in this for a long time. What you see is, a new bull market starts and then all these little guys start coming in and they're just like,
oh, pump this coin or this coin you need to buy ASAP.
I don't like that. I like fundamentals, I like the technical stuff, and I like use case around cryptocurrency, learning about blockchain technology and how this will actually work in the next 5, 10, 15 years. So what I like about Altcoin Daily is the way they present information is there's no hype and they provide it every single day. The way they prefer to do it is they avoid charts and they actually like sort of going down the path of what's happening around the grounds when it comes to news, cryptocurrency news, and they'll look at, specialist crypto traders and what they're doing as well as what they're saying. And they'll then overlay that with what's happening in the market currently and what's causing price fluctuations as well. For me, it's a very quick and easy way to digest, daily information and what's happening around the grounds. Now, number 2 is Jason Pizzino. Now, this guy is a really good mate of mine. He actually is a fellow Aussie, so definitely go subscribe to his channel. He lives in Gold Coast and his channel has been blowing up this year, but he's been making such solid content for years. And I've been following him ever since I met him. And for me personally as well, and I love his approach with no hopium content. And that's where he's really just going out and providing you the tools of what you can use to learn how to trade and learn how to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But he's not going out there and he's saying,
oh my God, the prices are going to go crazy and you should definitely buy it.
No, he looks at technicals and he bases it on charts, and then he overlays that with sometimes, some news articles that are, coming out as to why these certain things are happening. So he does provide a very well-rounded sort of approach to cryptocurrency. And being a fellow Australian, being a mate, I definitely wanted to share his channel because I think a lot of you guys watch in Australia, and for you guys like that content that's more relative, right? That's more relevant to you, especially if they're from Australia. You can sort of, the lingo and whatnot. But definitely if you're into looking at charts, learning how to read these charts, then here's the channel that I would go for if you're looking for that sort of stuff. Number 3, Nuggets News. Now this guy is another Aussie guy. He's based in Tasmania. Really, really good content. Again, similar approach. What you're going to see across all these guys that I mentioned is there's no hype. They're very specific with what they talk about. They aren't shilling. They're not really, trying to pump up certain coins for their own benefit. You can really see their humble approach to when they are sharing information. So in cryptocurrency, it's one of those spaces that very similar to real estate. There are very few good operators in the space and the rest are just dodgy and the ones that you want to avoid. So with these guys, I definitely follow them. With Nuggets News, Alex is very, very smart. His wealth of knowledge is incredible, not just in cryptocurrency, but also across, economic analysis. So he looks at the economy as a whole. He looks at, things like commodity prices, gold prices, and then he'll look at real estate, and he combines all of that in a really good way. Now, he does look at charts as well, and he brings out a lot of content, but it's what he's doing outside of YouTube that really impresses me. He's got some really good content out there, and he's building like this whole network and ecosystem around cryptocurrency and learning it, rather than just going out there and saying,
oh, look, I'll tell you what to trade and you should go trade it.
Anything these guys talk about is financial advice, and nor should it be unless they're licensed. As well as I, on this channel, don't share that sort of stuff. It's about learning how to do these things and understanding why you may want to watch a video from any of these channels, including mine, and then be able to go outside and go, that maybe prompts me to start looking at something I didn't really consider before. For a long time, a lot of people, even today when I'm speaking to you guys think that cryptocurrency is a bubble, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme. The truth is that there's so much institutional money coming in. There are so many plans built behind these coins that if you just look at it as surface value, your defense mechanism kicks in and you're like, well,
to get those sort of returns, it must be a scam, because I've never come across anything like that.
the truth is though, it doesn't need to make sense until it does. And the only way it makes sense is if you go in and you start learning why these things are doing what they're doing. Now, it's very similar to anything really when it comes into the inception of a new asset class, or anything new. There could be real big fluctuations in price. Now, I've got a video I made about this, why I don't think Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is a risky investment. I think it's more risky not to have cryptocurrency, especially with what I'm seeing in the next 5 to 15 years. So you should definitely go check out that video. You can probably check it out here, and it's on the channel as well. Number 4 is Benjamin Cohen. Now, he's like pretty much a data scientist for cryptocurrency. Now, some people, it's definitely not your cup of tea if you don't like mathematics and you don't like charts. He will sit there and look at, logarithmic regression bands and things like that. And it's very intense. Like, some of his videos could be 30 minutes around why prices are happening and historically what they've done and what they're comparing to now. However, for me, the inner nerd comes out when I watch his channel, and I watch all of his videos in full. So when he's bringing out multiple videos a day, you pretty much know what I'm doing that day, if not catching up the next one. But the truth is, around his content, the reason I really like it is because nobody else on YouTube that I've come across is coming out with such strong data fundamentals. Now, he goes beyond just looking at charts and swing trading charts and things like that and candlesticks. He looks at how is this cycle performing relative to the other cycles and why are they occurring like this. Now, the reason he has so much credibility is he was coming out in the bear market, so the last 2 to 3 years, where he was saying this is the accumulation of a lifetime. This is the phase, this is the period that you want to be loading up. Now, unfortunately for me, I didn't really discover his channel up until recently, and that was through Jason, him sharing that he follows his stuff as well. And when I started looking at these things and I started going back and looking at what he was talking about 2 years ago, what he was talking about 3 years ago and 6 months ago, and that's where my credibility in what he is doing in the space just went through the roof. Now, again, not everyone's cup of tea because it is very intense, but I think it's definitely one that you should go and check out. You should check out his videos, and if it sits well with you, you're gonna gain a wealth of knowledge. I know for me, I appreciate everything he does, along with all of these YouTubers, like to put in the effort that they put in to bring out so much content at this scale. It really just blows my mind. Number 5 is JRNY Crypto. Now, this guy is a machine when it comes to YouTube because he has been posting every single day of 2021. It's phenomenal because the amount of work that takes to actually shoot, then edit, and then research for the next video, it's a full-time gig. And for him, he's doing exceptionally well with not only the type of content he's putting out, but when he goes into detail around what he talks about, how he talks about it, is what really impresses me. To have that level of commitment with YouTube, but then have on the back of it quality content, like honestly, these guys are the crypto gods. And I'm sure there's others out there that people follow, and definitely leave me a comment down below as to who you follow on YouTube, because for me, I'm constantly trying to learn and I love getting different perspectives on the same topic. For me, learning is just a constant process, and even for something that I know so well, being real estate, there is still every single week that I could go and come across something new as part of my research for these videos. If you have enjoyed so far, now keep in mind, I'm gonna share with you a bit left of center sort of character when it comes to YouTube and cryptocurrency, but definitely smash that like button because it does share these videos out to more people. And with cryptocurrency, where it's at in its infancy, we need to share this out to more people because you don't wanna hold back with the information you have, especially if this is life-changing and once in a generation type of revolution. Now, the honorable bonus mention is BitBoy Crypto. Now, he has the largest YouTube channel, largest social media following when it comes to cryptocurrency. And the reason for it is because he brings out so much content. Now, for him, you've got to take a grain of salt when you look at his content, because sometimes he does come up with some overinflated numbers, and I don't like that sort of stuff, but what he is doing for the space is phenomenal. Now, with how much content he's putting out, he's going out there and increasing the reach, especially to the young audience on TikTok. I think he's got like 2 million followers, and he's providing entertainment, but he's also teaching people what cryptocurrency really is. So I feel like with BitBoy Crypto, the reason he places such a big importance in this space is because he could be the entrance for a lot of you guys to actually see him on TikTok or come across his YouTube videos where he's got some outlandish sort of appeal with his thumbnails and whatnot and titles. But what it does, it allows you to come into a different world, and then from there, you're able to branch out into the sort of guys that you want to know. Now, yes, it's fun sometimes to see, price predictions, and I've made some on this channel as well. But at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is very volatile, and there is so much difference in terms of what can happen and what will happen. That's to be expected when you've got an asset class that's in its infancy, is not very well understood by 99% of the population. So you're definitely going to get those price fluctuations. But what I really value is the fact that we have YouTube now to teach us so much. Even when we're just looking back at 4 years ago, how many people were out there creating content at scale, teaching people about personal finance. I mean, I only came in about 14 months ago and I've been super grateful for all the support. We've just hit 7,000 subscribers, so thank you. It's just about sharing and being a bit more transparent. I think when you realize that the pie is so big that you going out there and sharing your knowledge is actually not going to be at the detriment for you, you start helping a lot more. And something that I resonate with is successful people will never put others down. It's the weaker people, the ones that aren't really doing that well or have levels of insecurity, they try and pull others down. So definitely keep that in mind when you're taking advice or when you're really getting suggestions from people around you, is you've got to understand context when it comes to the advice that you receive, why are they saying it, and what sort of effect that's going to have on you. You need to eliminate that sort of white noise. And for me, when I'm learning things on YouTube, these are my go-to guys. I watch these guys every single day. And so I know it does take a lot of time, but for you, if you do enjoy this sort of content, for me, I like taking all of that in, summarizing it and presenting it to you guys, as well as putting my own sort of thoughts and spin on it, because obviously for me, I've got a large portfolio in cryptocurrency and real estate. So there are strategies as to how you can use real estate to grow your cryptocurrency positions and vice versa. So if you're interested in how I'm doing that and what my strategy behind it is, then definitely leave me a comment down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks guys.